Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I'm going to be showing you guys how I take care of my natural hair underneath my wig, and I'm also going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can maintain and grow your natural hair under protective styles like wigs or braids or cornrows, whatever it is. I hope you guys enjoy, so let's get into this video. Okay, so the first tip would be to be careful with how you're laying the wig on your edges, because when I'm pulling the wig off of my head, it's also going to pull on my edges, which can cause a lot of traction, unnecessary traction, which can pull your edges out and leaving you bald or well, leaving you with the bald patches on your edges, which you don't want. So I'd say try and avoid gluing the wig onto your edges. That will save your edges, and if you need to do that, try to at least loosen it up first before you pull off the wig. So with water or maybe like an oil, you can try to pull the wig off of your head in a more gentle way. Okay, so another thing that you want to make sure of is that when your hair is underneath the wig, you should ensure that it's at least in a protective style. So that can mean cornrows or dookie braids. But if you can't do cornrows for whatever reason, then you can do something else, maybe plaits or twists or whatever. Just a protective style that you can keep underneath the wig to ensure that the hair is not getting unnecessarily knotted and tangled. The next thing I'd say is that when your hair is in this protective style, try not to touch your hair that much. You want to ensure that your hair is not being manipulated too much, because too much manipulation can cause excess breakage and split ends, and we don't want that. So try not to touch your hair too much. So I'll keep the cornrows in for about 2 weeks to a month. Since recently I've been doing it for about a month and my hair has been just fine. It tends to flourish like that when I leave it alone. That's all I do. I make sure that I'm still moisturizing, oiling, whatever during that month, but it's still low manipulation. So my hair has a chance to grow and flourish without me touching it too much. Okay, so the next thing I'd say is that when you're taking your wig off, try to ensure that you're actually taking care of your hair. So you're still moisturizing, still oiling, still putting cream on just to lock in the moisture, because your hair can get dry when it's in protective style, and it's not a protective style if you're not maintaining and adding moisture back to the hair. So with that said, I try to use my liquids, oils, and cream. So that's the LOC method. So for the liquid, I use this As I Am liquid. It's the Jamaican black castor oil water. You don't have to use this. You can use just plain water to try and moisturize the hair. That might be the best thing you can use anyway. And I also like using this miel oil because it's because it has rosemary and castor oil, and it has jojoba oil, many different types of oils that's beneficial to your hair. When I do use it, I try to dilute it with another oil. So I may mix jojoba oil into it or soya bean oil, just so that it's not as concentrated. So I still reap the benefits, but I have a less concentrated version of that oil. Thirdly, I have this leave-in conditioner that I like to use on my hair. I think it's pretty I think this one is pretty decent. It gets the job done. So this one is nice and thick for my type of hair. My hair is firstly very thick, so I need a fairly thick cream to help me manage my hair. Okay, and then lastly, when you're going to sleep at night, the wig is off, everything, try to ensure that you're putting on this satin cap just to protect your hair from the cloth that you might use. Unless you have satin sheets and satin pillows, then you don't necessarily need to use this another satin bonnet. So if you have regular cloth pillows and sheets, then definitely use this satin cap. You can also pair it with a shower cap. That's what I do because my skin is quite sensitive. So whenever I lay my head onto my pillows and sheets without the satin cap or the shower cap, then all the oils are going to rest onto my pillows and sheets, and it's gonna cause acne for me. My face is just so sensitive. That is why I try to use the shower cap, because it prevents oils from seeping into my pillows. So yeah, that's just an extra step. You can do it if you want, you don't have to do it. um I'm not giving you advice to do it, but this is what I do to protect my skin. This is how my hair looks underneath the wig. Okay, so what the okay, so first I'm gonna use the liquid. Ideally I try to do this like 2 to 3 times per week, sometimes just once per week because I can be lazy sometimes. And basically I try to get like the ends of my hair, and then the other side. The hair on the scalp, not too much. I don't like drenching my hair in water because then it starts to drip and then that's annoying. So I don't do that. Just do it like that and rub it in basically. Try to get the edges as well. Edges need love too. So okay, so the next thing I use is this leave-in conditioner. Not too much, just a little bit. Just a little bit because it's gonna be on the outside of my hair for the most part. You know, when you kind of like do these braids, it sits on the outside for a long time until it actually melts in. So just do it like that, not too much. In the other side. I try to make sure that it gets onto the ends as well because that part is very important. That's where you have like the dead dry end. Sometimes it's the oldest part of your hair, so you want to make sure that you take in extra care of it. That doesn't mean neglecting the rest of your hair, but it does mean that you try to take extra care of the ends. Be very gentle and make sure that you moisturize it. So I also try and put a little bit onto my hair like this. I don't put too much because I don't want for it to cause buildup on my scalp. Too many products can block your pores and prevent hair growth, so I don't want to put too much product onto this part of my hair, but I just want to put enough that it's still moisturized. Okay, so lastly I'm going to use this oil to just seal in all of the moisture. So usually I don't like putting this dropper onto my scalp, but the oil is almost finished anyway, so this is how I try to massage it into my scalp, all of the oil. You can use your fingertips. Alternatively, you can use this scalp massager to try and give yourself a massage. Yes. It's just a more bougie way of massaging your scalp. That's using your fingers is perfectly fine. I'd say when you use this scalp massager, try not to be too rough because that can also cause breakage. So try to be as gentle as you can. Little hairs like this can come off, so that's just proof that you need to be gentle with everything, even with massaging your scalp. When you're oiling your hair, you also want to make sure that you're getting the ends as well, not just the scalp, because oil can help you to seal in moisture. So that is the added benefit of putting oils onto your hair. You don't need too much, but just enough to help you to seal in the moisture and all the creams that you have used before. Oils can also help to strengthen your hair anyway. So as I said, you don't need to use too much, but just enough to keep your hair moisturized. You also want to try and get your edges as well. Don't neglect the edges. So after all of that, you just want to make sure that you put your setting cap on, or the shower cap, or both. So put the setting cap on. Ensure that your setting cap isn't too tight around your edges or your head. It doesn't need to be tight because tightness can cause breakage. You don't want breakage. Then you put the shower cap on to prevent oil from seeping out. And that's it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Deuces.